Life's good when you're a ninja block.
As you know, I, Jim Sterling, am the world's only fully living Nintendo fan. After all, only I criticise the company. I'm the only one in the world who does it, and I do it out of love, because I want to see it do better, and I love the Nintendo Switch, and I want it to be the best console it could possibly be. That's why I am the only one willing to step up to the plate and meet the challenge of Nintendo critique. I am the only one to say that Nintendo could, Nintendo should do better. I am the only one to say that Nintendo doesn't get everything right. I'm the only one to say that they could have handled the Switch better. Even if they had a good year, they could always do more. I'm the only one to say that not every Nintendo game is perfect. I'm the only one to say that Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze wasn't all that good. I'm the only one to say that Zelda Breath of the Wild is the worst game ever made. I'm the only one, out of sheer love, zealous love for Nintendo, I'm the only one to say that Nintendo has never made a good game in its life, has never made a...
Nintendo has very recently revealed its online subscription plans for Switch after a year and change of faffing about, and if you expected Nintendo to blow your mind with an online service, you don't know Nintendo very well. The plan has been considered underwhelming at best, as Nintendo yet again fails to grasp what people actually want from an internet-based service. In fact, rather than highlight any strengths at all, what the company's flailingly cooked up to validate a mere $20 per year only shines a glaring light on Nintendo's weaknesses. Let's start with the big one, cloud saves. Since launch, and indeed until this subscription service kicks in, Switch owners have been unable to back up their game saves in any way, shape or form. The machine doesn't let you retain save files on SD cards for security, so if you lose the system when it's in handheld mode, should it be stolen, or if a save file gets corrupted, you're just fucked. Sorry, but those hundreds of hours you poured into Breath of the Wild will simply evaporate into fuck air should anything happen to the file entrenched on the machine itself. This has been a major problem. In fact, people have lost precious time from their life due to the inability to back up saves, and Nintendo has seemed unable or unwilling to provide a solution until now. But because Nintendo's got a Nintendo, there's a caveat. There always is when Nintendo tries to deliver something other companies and sometimes even itself managed to nail ages ago. If you want any peace of mind regarding your save files, you have to buy into the subscription service. Now, in all the fairness Nintendo actually deserves, Sony and Microsoft also gate cloud saves behind the premium PSN and Xbox Live services, but the major difference, of course, is that those consoles allow you to back up your data offline. You have control over your save files without having to offer tribute to the platform holder. Plus, of course, neither the PS4 nor Xbox One have losable, thievable, portable modes, eliminating one significant potential risk factor. Again, considering you can potentially lose loads and loads of progress across your entire library, Nintendo's decision here feels just straight up mean. It's hard not to look at Nintendo's absurd oversight as less an oversight than premeditated design. Something crafted purposefully to extort customers. This sort of retrograde offer, take out or exclude an expected or common feature, then sell it back to us as an upgrade, happens a lot in games to the point of almost becoming a AAA staple. But here, it really highlights how weak Nintendo's online offerings are, that they need to take stuff away to give the subscription a false sense of value. It's pure artifice, and blatant obvious artifice at that. If the most notable thing about a service is the ability to not worry about losing all your data, I dare say that's a service that fucking wind blows. Nintendo's confirmed the Switch won't get a virtual console seen in previous Nintendo systems, which in my opinion is bloody ridiculous, especially given the popularity of the Switch and the fact that handheld systems are perfect for plonking retro games on. It's an immense frustration that Nintendo has never, in my correct opinion, actualized the potential of the virtual console. Rather than getting ahead of everybody else and crafting a Netflix for retro games, using its impressively vast library to make that sweet subscription money, Nintendo has only ever disappointed with its handling of the concept. Instead, releasing games in dribs and drabs, 1 or 2 a week, to the point that no Nintendo system has ever had a true virtual console. Instead, just an agonizingly slow dribble of games over years. I still remember them announcing Pokemon Snap for the Wii U right as the system was undeniably obsolete. Stupid fuckers, they simply don't know what they have with their array of NES, SNES, N64 and Wii games. It doesn't know the mountain of bloody gold it's sitting on, and this flaw is another one highlighted by its subscription pitch, the Nintendo Entertainment System. Yes, that's what Nintendo went with, the same NES emulation it's been reselling at silly prices for eons now, with not a lot better than that. The service will launch with 20 obvious NES games, including fucking Ice Climbers, and they promise more games will be added regularly, which doesn't mean much since Nintendo can sometimes be less regular with its ROM releases than a guy who eats nothing but cheese and ice cream. What makes this situation such an annoyance for me is that Nintendo is so close to the mark here. It's in the same ballpark as what I've urged Nintendo to do for years, except Nintendo's gotta be Nintendo. They had to present the least enthralling, most disappointing version of a thing they could have done. They're basically the corporate equivalent of a monkey's paw if the monkey it belonged to was more irritating and boring than malevolent. Offering a bunch of NES games that the company was selling on a little plastic NES not very long ago is just a limp, soft shit. Again, look to what the competition is offering and the gulf in advancement is evident. Sony offered a significant number of freebies and discounts even before they paywalled online play, and have kept up with its trend pretty damn well, including indie games, new games, old games, all sorts of games to players either free or at a deep discount. Meanwhile, Microsoft, for all it does wrong, actually got ahead of Nintendo and is pressing forward with a bit of a Netflix for games in a bold way, offering its exclusives to customers for basically free as long as they're Xbox Live subscribers. While these services are more expensive, one can't argue that Microsoft essentially giving its $60 games away if you pay $60 a year is conceptually sweet, even if Microsoft is barely releasing any of the little fuckers. But hell, I'd rather play Sea of Thieves than fucking Ice Climbers, and Sea of Thieves is shit. Nintendo has listed a vague special offers promise alongside its paltry list of Switch Online benefits, which we can only assume means discounts, and we can only wait and see just how special their offers are, and if they come anywhere close to the carrots other companies dangle in front of their audience, alright, that'll be a point in their corner. But that would be it, more or less. Online play is obviously included, but after a year and many months of playing Splatoon 2 online for free, and with Nintendo never having a significantly sized selection of online multiplayer games, it's not the easiest sell in the world. Not with the obligatory but notably weak ancillary features Nintendo's desperately pulled out of its arse, and that's what these features look like, a complete ass pull used to justify a subscription fee. And to give Microsoft its due, premium online connectivity was the ultimate ass pull on behalf of Xbox Live. It's just that one caught on because they were the ones with Halo and Gears and that game about the big robots. Oh, and Switch Online has one other major bonus. You'll also get access to the Nintendo Switch Online app. Really, the one good thing you can say about Switch Online is that it's cheap. In fact, it's cheap to the point that many of you watching, if you've not turned off in outrage yet, are yelling at the screen that it's only $20 a year. But you might have realised by now that I think even $20 is a bit of a cheeky ask for what's being dumped on our laps in return. When this is the best you've got to offer us, some shit NES games and an option not to risk losing all our saved data, you're clearly struggling to contrive value for your service. And if Nintendo's this bad at justifying even just $20 a year, that once again only serves to demonstrate how weak the company is when it comes to grasping anything to do with online gaming. Compared to Microsoft and Sony, $20 is minuscule, and yet somehow it feels more extortionate and unjustified than the combined $120 folks are forking over for PSN and Xbox Live Access. And seriously, fuck Ice Climbers.
Nintendo's done itself no favours with the timing either. This whole thing was planned to already be implemented by the end of last year, and that might have actually been good. It was riding on a wave of goodwill then, was the Switch. It had a new title out almost every month. These great exclusives, as well as some solid indie stuff backing it all up. They had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, they had Doom, they had these games where, you know, exciting games with online offerings that we've now all played for free. And it seems that this year they're going to use Smash Brothers to leverage this Switch Online subscription. But again, we talk about how these ideas show off the weaknesses, and it's an old game with a new coat of paint. Smash. And we've already played it online for free already. And ultimately, that's the issue with all of the Switch's big exclusive first-party online games. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and let's face it, Splatoon 2 is just Splatoon with a 2 on the end. So they're just old games with online modes that we're already and have already played for free. It's not a great offer, even at $20 a year. And again, as the world's only fully living Nintendo fan, I feel it is my duty, out of romantic love, to criticise.
Here's a TV that looks like an apple.
Now, if you'll all kindly thank God for me, I've got to get into training mode because I have to bullshit my way through an actual wrestling match this Saturday night. Yes, I actually have to. So I'm going to dance-a-size my way out, play us away, Erasure. Because, you know, we got to conflict with Nintendo's copyright claims anyway. Ursa Major, would you kindly join me? May 19th. Oh, it's a very special date in our industry, don't you know? That's the date that two very stupid little boys are going to make the biggest mistake of their short, unfruitful lives. You see, Adam Priest and Orion Taylor have challenged the Ursa Major and stir dust to a tag team match. And we have accepted because we are the future of pro wrestling ego. And you, gentlemen, had a chance to join us. It was a one-time offer, gentlemen, and you threw it in my face. So here is how things are going to go. On May 19th, at the Jackson Hideaway, Ursa Major and Stardust will face Adam Priest and Orion Taylor in tag team combat, and your options are twofold. You will comply, you will serve unwillingly now, or look to the stars. Look to the stars!